What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new Lego Star Wars Battles video. And today we're kicking things off with a brand new bronze skin that we're going to go on ahead and bust open to get some epic cards. But in addition to that, I am trying out the cheapest decks in the game. If you're somebody that struggles with feeling like the high rarity cards are too expensive, you're running out of energy, this is the video for you. We're gonna put the cheapest cards to the test and see how good or bad they could do, both on the light side and the dark side, to expect a deck showcase for each of the two decks. But in addition to all that, of course, first and foremost, I do want to go on ahead and ask you guys for a little bit of support. So if you can, smash that thumbs up button. That would be very, very much appreciated. That was a nice unlock. That is absolutely awesome. I appreciate you guys' support so far on the series. And in addition to all that, guys, of course, if you can and would like to support the channel beyond that, you can also become a member and or grab some merch to represent the Blitz Army. Thank you guys so very much for that. Now, our last opening right here gives us 240 studs. We're going to go on ahead and head to the main menu. But hold up. Wait a minute. We're not done yet, because check it out. I did manage to get another Holocron block, which means we're going to get some insane pulls here in a moment. But first, let's get our other bronze one opened on up. We're going to see what we got here. Some more Y-Wings. Very nice. Some more Flame Towers. Turbo Laser cards. Nice. We get another bundle of studs. And last but certainly not least, two more porgs. Very nice. Okay, so not going to open the Holocron yet. We're going to save that for a little while longer. First, let's hop into our decks. So here we have, as you can see, an average cost deck of 2.8. That is incredibly low. The average deck will be around 3.6 to 3.8 energy cost. So you obviously can see that this is a very cheap way to go on ahead and play the game. We shall see if it works out, though, because obviously usually lower cost units correspond with weaker units. So we shall see if we can overwhelm our enemies just by the sheer amount of drops that we can have. So I'm going to put that to the test here today, both on the light side and the dark side. So the current loadout for the light side, as you can see, is going to consist of the following cards. We have our champion is going to be Luke Skywalker, just because I actually don't have any other champion cards. So that is something that I definitely need to get working on, and that is unlocking some champions. Then we have our Ewok glider drop, followed by the card that you just saw before. This is the 3 porg drop, followed by the bomb squad trooper. Then you have a brand new card that you guys haven't seen actually, and that is BB-8, a very fast and a stunnable single target enemy, or unit, I should say, the uber cute little droid that leaves everyone in the dust, stuns foes by zapping their ankles. This card works super duper well against champions, actually, and considering it's a 1-drop, that's incredible. We also have another 1-drop here. This is the flock. Oh, sorry. The other one was the 1-drop. This is the triple drop, or the 3 energy drop. This drops an entire flock of porgs. It's really good against those tanks units, against pretty much anything that is super duper like a barricade. If you need to go on ahead and actually, they're also pretty good against champions. It depends what. Sometimes, like, ideally you want to drop them when Vader has already, let's say, used his abilities, or a character like Vader has used their abilities, because if they have, you're going to be able to thirst them down pretty quickly using the flock of porgs. Speaking of flocks, we have a flock of Ewoks. We then also have our Duros Alliance Fighter. And of course, we have our 2 towers, the cheapest ones available. And that is going to be the Flame Tower for close range task. And then for long range task, we have the Turbo Laser. So that's our loadout for the light side. It does look like I might have another new card. Oh yeah, I have a boost right here. So we can just go on ahead and upgrade that as well. Very nice. Okay, dark side, what is this looking like? Okay, so the dark side, the lowest cost that I managed to get it down to was actually 3.2. You can see the current loadout right there. So we have Vader, our champion. I really wish that there would be a cheaper cost champion, but I don't know if that exists, or obviously how long it might take to unlock, because on average, each champion costs about 1,000 crystals. So you really do need to do some saving. Here we have the Guavian Security Soldier, which is something that I actually very rarely see. So I'm very curious to see how this does. It uses a micro grenade launcher to fire a volley of grenades at the enemies he can see through his helmet. And he fires in kind of like a horizontal spray pattern. So that's usually how he will deal damage. We then have our regular Stormtrooper drop. The seismic charge does fit the bill here because it's a 3 cost versus the 4 cost of the airstrike, which would be this card right here. So the TIE Bomber is much better. It's more powerful because the negative side of the seismic charge is that it can affect your own characters as well if they get shocked by it. Here's the Tusken Raider. I'm not a huge fan of that card, but we had to add it as a low-cost card. We also have our Battle Droids, which is probably the best card in this deck, followed by the Probe Droid. We have the Imperial Dropship. And rounding out our final 2 cards are once again the Flame Tower and once again the Turbo Laser. So there you go. Those are the 2 decks that we're going to be utilizing here today. We're going to be heading off here for an adventure in just a moment. Just to show you guys quickly the current shop. So there we have the ability to unlock another ability or another boost for Luke Skywalker, a boost for Vader, but obviously by the time that I do this next video, I really do hope that I've got either Yoda, I've got Mr. Boba Fett, or I've got Phasma and or Princess Leia unlocked and ready to roll as well. So with all that in mind, let's take a look at our bundle shops. Ooh, dang. Yo, that is super tempting, huh? The Hoth bundle would be really awesome because I don't have either one of those unlocked. And I really would love to be able to have the access to those cards. So YOLO, let's do it. I'm not getting a champion because I'm always tempted by brand new cards. Okay. But at least we did get 2 new cards, so that's exciting as well. Okay. Now, with that unlocked, I don't think they are lower cost. Yeah, that's a 4 drop. So that doesn't really in any way, shape, or form help us right now, because it's obviously a higher cost than what we had anticipated as it is. And that's a 4 drop as well. So cannot use that tower either. Perfect. Okay, so our decks remain the same. We're going to jump into our first match here. Let's see how well or poorly we will do. Obviously, a lot of this really does come down to strategy still. So it's not just as simple as like, oh, okay, well, here's the deck and it will always work. It really does come down to execution, learning the cards, learning what they can do, managing your resources well. So a very, very tactical game, which is why I think some people are not liking it as much, because I think that it's a game that really requires, not to sound super duper smart or something, but like it really does require quite a bit of thinking. Okay, so what I'm going to do to have the advantage here is I'm going to stun. I'm going to boost him into the air, and let's test out this new do I want to test it out? Okay, we're gonna send this out. I want to see how good the Tusken Raider is, right? Okay. Ooh, yo, that is pretty darn quick. Now the problem is he can't do anything against a flying enemy, so that is definitely a weak spot. So I think what we'll do here is we'll just drop our Imperial droids out there. I really need to put more pressure on my opponent because I have the advantage of being able to drop more actively. At least in theory, I should, just based on the fact that I'm using lower cost units. Not as much with the dark side. I think that where we'll see that make a huge factor is on the light side deck, because the average cost for that deck is 2.6. Like, I genuinely think that it will be a ginormous difference. I could be wrong, I suppose. We'll see. I want to see how good the Tusken Raider does against the tower here. Not very good. That's why I said, like, it's such a mediocre card. Like, I really do wish it was better than what it is, but unfortunately it just isn't. He's probably going to force push us here. We're going to send down our soldier to deal some damage here. Drop these guys. And I need some defenses in the back for sure. So we're going to put one more tower just to make sure we could win by tower pressure at least. Now, let's begin dropping. Okay, so interestingly enough, I do feel like I have a lot more freedom about creating pressure here. Perfect. Now I know that he wasted that aerial drop. Dang it. Yo, he's got the energy ball thing. That sucks. That really, really sucks. Seismic charge. Just stun. Okay, we're going to put down this dude and these guys. I'm trying to think what I deal with the porgs. Wow, Vader got absolutely annihilated right there. Not good for us. I'm gonna drop that back there. And stun him there. Drop another defense. Okay, so this is a case of sudden death at this point. I am dropping at a pretty rapid pace, which is insane, you know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely not used to having access to this many drops. So it is a fascinating strategy. It doesn't look like we're going to win. We're not going to lose. It's going to be a draw. But it's an interesting strat. I would suggest, like, if you're struggling with the resource management side of things, maybe attempt a run like this. You do need to be very active. Like you saw, I was dropping a lot more than I usually would be. Like, I feel like in a regular match where I have like a higher cost energy up to like 3.6 or something like that, I feel like I'm a lot more like calm with the drops. Here I was definitely like going quick, but I also feel like this is something that requires probably strategy in terms of figuring out how to get handle on a consistent amount of pressure, because ultimately what you're trying to do is utilize the advantage of having lower resource costs and overwhelming your opponent. We're going to put it to the test right now, because there's going to be a huge difference between my cost and my opponent's cost for this round. So we're going to immediately drop very aggressively. I'm going to drop back here right off the bat. Okay, that lets me do that. It also lets me do that. Do that. My gosh, I'm putting a lot of stuff down immediately. Boom. Holy moly. Look at the amount of value we're getting here. This is insane. Seriously. Like, I can just tell my opponent has to be so much more patient than I have to be. I'm just able to just go, you know, and wait till we get double points. Once we get to double points territory, we're going to be rocking and rolling. Holy moly. Am I onto something with the strat? This is legit insane. He needs to be using his charge shots here a lot more effectively, which he's not doing. So that's nice for us, of course. We're going to knock out our opponent there. Push the supply drop. Push that drop as well. Trying to just overwhelm him here. Put a flying unit to take down his tower. So we have a 2-tower lead. I'm going to put some porgs over on this side. Just for fun. It's really just a distraction. So 1 cost. So I'm not really doing that as a strat necessarily. Put some more porgs down over there. Put BB-8 right there, who should stun that thing under tower. Brilliant. More of these guys. And some Ewoks. Put the flying unit across. Okay, so now I need a solution to deal with these dudes. That should clear them with 1 shot. It doesn't, but we're pretty darn close. Stun them. Drop our Ewoks. Drop that. Drop more Ewoks. This is insane. This strategy is absolutely bonkers. Like, I'm telling you guys, this is a very, very interesting way to play the game. My goodness. I just feel like I am so far ahead in resource management. And I mean, theoretically, he's probably running a deck that has, let's say, a cost of 3.6 average utility, whereas I have a 2.6 utility. So I'm literally a whole energy bar ahead of him in terms of drops. And so unless if you use ultra efficient, I feel like if you're going up against a deck like this, the counter strategy is to have your aerial strikes on point. You have to be so patient with when you use them. You cannot just willy-nilly throw them out like he was, because if you do, you're gonna get clapped. All right, let's open up our Holocron and then continue to put this to the test. But first, this is a very exciting moment here. Guys, do not forget, if you're enjoying this video, smash that thumbs up button. Thank you guys so very much for the support. I really, really do appreciate it. And of course, don't forget, you can also support the channel with the brand new merch drop, which is insane. I'm so happy with the way it turned out to go pick up some merch. I appreciate you guys so very much for doing so. With that in mind, bada bing, bada boom, we got ourselves the probe droid drop. We get 17 copies of the Stormtroopers. That's insane. We got a TIE Bomber boost. Okay, we got a lot of studs. Where the heck are all my epics? Okay, this was not a great Holocron drop. We only got the epic probe droid, and it was only 3 copies, so kind of an underwhelming one. I was really hoping that we could maybe get a champion from that, because theoretically we could have. Unfortunately, we didn't get any, but in theory, we might have. If we had been a little bit luckier, we would have probably got it. Okay, so let's get these upgrades done for this tower. I will definitely be showcasing this thing because it's actually like legitimately awesome. This particle tower thing, it's pretty insane. Or particle beam, sorry, is what it's actually called. Over on this end, we have upgrades for Mr. Cassian Andor, looking like me in minifigure form out here. Okay, get some upgrades. That might actually take us to level. Nah, it won't. That was a little bit wishful thinking on my part. Like, we might actually hit another level. Oh, okay. Our average cost is actually 2.8, not 2.6. Man, if there was just a way to reduce it a tad bit further. There isn't. Like, it's 3 unit cost. If I could have replaced the champion, if we could find a cheaper cost champion, like if Yoda is a cheaper cost or if Princess Leia is a cheaper cost, that would make this deck even more broken, because like insane utility. And we get to go again. Let's go light side. Let's see if we can get up to 700 trophies reached on that stat right there. Okay, so here we go. Once again, I'm going to start. Oh man, we got a really expensive card right off the bat, so that's not ideal. I'm going to drop and I'm just going to tower up right away. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to push right. Put that down. And then I need to pin him under tower so that we can get the free elimination. Send that going. Oh, I shouldn't have played Porgs there. That was a huge misplay because I didn't realize the Flame Trooper was still up. I thought for some reason he was gone already. That was a big misplay. I might have just wasted a tower right there. That kind of sucks. Ah, not worried about the Tusken Raider. You know what? I'm going to put the Porgs in the back, and I'm going to put up a tower as soon as we can here. Perfect. Once again, overwhelming our opponents already. You can already tell this guy's panicking. Just the way he's making decisions like that Vader drop was really silly. Like, he didn't really get anything out of that in terms of utility. What do I do here? I guess I just got to drop the Luke just to get rid of him, because I need to have as few expensive cards as possible for this deck to work. And the way to do that is to just play them as much as I possibly can. You know? Fantastic. I could stun the tower here. Okay, here's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to make an interesting play here, or at least I think it's an interesting play. Oh my gosh. I should have dropped the... Oh, if I just dropped the BB-8 a little bit further back, I would have not been a completely boosted player right there. Okay, put pressure on the main tower. He's freaking out right now, guaranteed. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, my goodness, this pressure is redonkulous. Okay, we got the crew going. I think I'll put Luke back here. Porg's back there. That goes here. Okay. More enemies out there. Nope. Can't put that down there. Okay, this is going to be an actual L. I got so hyper focused. I got greedy there because I was so focused on destroying his base because I wanted a 5-star win instead of taking the 1-star win. I could have just destroyed his tower with our Ewok gliders. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I know. So a mistake there, but that's a perfect example of the kind of like risk analysis that you need to do in this game, where you're like, okay, what do I do here? Do I go for the push? Do I go for the aggressive play and try to get 5 medals off of that win? Or do I play it safe, take my victory, even though it's just 1 medal, it's still a win. Especially because we were in sudden death. I should have just been fine with getting the win. Not really concerned about winning in a more dominant way. But it is what it is. You know, I definitely wanted to get the more impressive victory if I could. All right, so I think the Tusken Raider here should get rid of this thing pretty... Okay, so Tusken Raider is actually kind of halfway decent in that situation, I suppose. Does he get hit when he walks in? Yeah, he does. Okay. So you see, that's kind of a bummer, because I was really hoping that... the guard, when he walks into range, that he would not be getting hit, but he does. So that obviously sucks. Because had he not been getting hit by a tower, like if he stayed out of range of tower, that would have been so freaking good. Like that would have made that card actually viable as like a top tier card. This card right here, the Guavian security officer. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not trying to say it's a bad card. It just could be a great card if it had some of those other qualities, like a little bit better positioning. Like, look right here. That works out really nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can clear waves of enemies at pretty good pace. So in that sense, that's definitely nice. Dang. That was a good trade. I just wish I would have positioned the seismic shock a little better, because if I did, I would have actually managed to get both the tower and the porgs, and probably would have survived and done tower damage right there. So that kind of sucks. I'm gonna put up another tower, do that extra little bit of damage.
Roger, roger.
This is rough, man. I feel like we're lacking a couple of offensive units for sure. So that's sort of the play that I was trying to pull off previous time. Dang it, man. It would have been nice if I could have had the Imperial drop. Yeah, I don't know. Like on the dark side, I definitely feel like the deck is not strong enough. Like, and the trade-off is not big enough. Like if it was cheaper a little bit more, like if it was the same energy cost in terms of being able to go on ahead and run the matches with 2.8 average drop, I probably would have been kind of in favor of trying out this loadout even on the dark side. But right now, as it stands, I don't think that the light side, or sorry, the dark side offers as many good, like, in fact, I don't know if they have any 1-cost drops, because I haven't run into any in my entire time of playing the game. So I don't know about the practicality of using the this particular strategy for dark side for now. But on the light side, again, I think if you're aware of... Hold up, that actually worked out really freaking well. Just because that guy was super lazy. Okay. I really can't stand when players do this sort of thing. Like this dude right now is running the high pressure tactics here. And to be fair, like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a perfectly viable strat. It's just, if I manage to punish it here, this dude's literally done for, you know what I'm saying? So... Wow. Sheesh. Okay, he needs an airstrike and he wins. Wow. That was such a dominant win. And he talked so much trash, bro. It drives me crazy when people go, good luck. I mean, seriously? Play me again when I'm not using this terrible deck. Unbelievable. All this smack talk. But that goes to show you once again that I do not edit out the matches where I lose. All right, perfect. We're going to do one more matchup here for the light side. I just want to see if it will work as well as I hope it would. Okay, so let's start cheap. Drop that.
Roger, roger.
Drop that. Drop this. Drop that. Brilliant. Pressure's on. The pressure is on. Stunned him. Hold up. What the heck unstunned the Gamorrean guard so fast? Oh, the turret. The sentry turret. Okay. I respect that. Let's send in Luke. Orgs on the side. Whoa. Okay, I guess I was stunned. Okay, so the dark side has a similar unit. I guess I just did not realize that, which is interesting. What? Oh, the flame trooper got me. I'm like, how the heck did he get me so fast? Yo, that Gamorrean guard is perfect counter to this deck. Seriously. Just because the guard is able to... I guess, like, the flight unit's pretty strong against the guard, right? I suppose that's kind of nice. Okay, keep on rolling. Okay, pressure's on. Looks like we're gonna have a pretty dominant win here. I don't even know if I wanna... Okay, we'll go this way. That and this. Orbs on this end. Ewok glider. Okay, that's fine. So this guy's like playing super defensively now. But it's too little too late. I'm telling you guys, this deck, Gamorrean Guard is a decent counter, but if you can get this cost as, and maybe even a little bit lower, like if you can get to 2.6 for the average drop, there's something to it. There is something to this deck. It can work really, really well, especially if you're going up against opponents like that, where they seem to get very easily flustered and they just seem to lose kind of confidence in how to deal with the situation, how to slow down the game in their favor by using their big drops. So there you have it. That is another Star Wars Battles video in the books. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. I really, really do appreciate you guys' support. And of course, guys, do not forget to have an absolutely fantastic day. I will hopefully catch you guys all here on the next one. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.